Hey man, how easy is it to beat Lockie at 40k?
Oh, bro, it is exactly too easy.
He always blames it on the dice, but we all know he's just a bad player.
Well, that's why he called me. He needs someone to come down here and claim your skull.
Oh yeah? Well, let's go hit this table and find out.
Table?
G'day everyone, welcome back to Risky Rollers. I'm Dalton, and I'm joined by host from Blog for the Blood God, #1 CSM player in the world, according to ICT rankings.
Correct.
Dean Sinney.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's great to be on the channel. I've been a long-time follower, so it's good to be involved.
Cheers, man. I mean, you've been around a bit longer than we have on YouTube, and I've loved watching some of your stuff, learning from you with Chaos. Had the great privilege of coaching, i.e. just watching a bunch of games, at ANZTC with you as well.
Yeah.
So that was really fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's been good.
Now, your specialty is, of course, Chaos. We're all excited about the new Chaos book as well. So we're playing Chaos and Chaos. What are you running?
I'm around the World Eaters today. So
Very nice.
Going back to my roots and testing out some different ideas with my
really,
passion.
I can't tell that you enjoy Khorne at all.
It's not immediately obvious, is it?
Nice, and I'll be running the Word Bearers, trying out a different legion. Sort of a bit of spicy stuff in there, a bit of jank and some good stuff too.
Yeah,
that should be
good.
pretty cool. Thanks to Dice Arcade sponsoring the channel. If you want any of your hobby products, miniatures, any of that kind of stuff, make sure to hit him up. There's a link down in the description. Also for miniature scenery, gorgeous MDF terrain and even model kits, hit him up for any miniature scenery needs. Fantastic stuff. If you want a nice custom dice tray like the one we've got here, make sure to hit up the Tray Tinker. Again, link down below. You know how it goes from here. And massive thanks, as always, for Nate at Think Loud Creative. We have a fantastic time streaming. What are we doing? Tippings? Oh yeah. Come on, get in on it. Get in on it. Oh yeah.
I feel it. www.thinkloudcreative.com.au. Go check it out.
That's the one. It's great stuff. If you want to get more involved with us and what we do with 40k, the whole thing, make sure to hit us up in the Discord. Link down below. Completely free. We do all sorts of stuff in there. 40k, 30k, Kill Team, Age of Sigmar, Fantasy, the lot. And as well as a bunch of other games as well. Get down in there. You get... also get first pick or first run at all of our events, like the Risky Rollers Open. We held that last week. You were there. It was a fantastic time.
It's a ripper event. These guys put on a really good show, so definitely check them out.
It was a great time. It was thanks to everyone who came and participated. That was really cool. And you ran a very similar list for one you're running today.
Yes, I did. So we'll see if it performs as well today as it did at the tournament.
Absolutely. And if you want to support us even more than that, you can jump onto our Patreon. You get early access to all these videos. You get exclusive podcasts, exclusive battle reports, t-shirts, and all sorts of other stuff, including, early access to everything else, including the events. So make sure to hit us up there, and thanks to everyone who is currently a Patreon. I think that wraps everything up. Without any further ado, let's hear our lists and get to that table.
Sounds good. Let's roll some dice.
Alright, so running Word Bearers, changing it up from the Red Corsairs. I've got a couple of different units, some nice cool characters, and another unit of Chosen, so that should be pretty sweet, because that worked so well last time. So, leading it in a battalion is my Warlord, which is a Chaos Lord. It's my favourite Chaos model ever. It's the old one. He's got a Power Fist and no longer a Combi Melter. Now it's a Plasma Pistol. Sure. I've also given him the Word Bearer's Warlord trait, which is Exalted Possession. So he gains the Demon and Demonkin keywords. He gains +1 wounds, attacks, and strength, and then also gains 2-inch move. Amazing. So I've given him that one, and he's also in the HQ slots. I've then got a Daemon Prince of Tzeentch. Knows the Diabolic Strength power, and otherwise has the big axe and wings, pretty much it. Finally, a Master of Possession. Knows Pact of Flesh and Mutated Invigoration, and I've spent the CP to give it the Liber Hereticus. It's Mark of Slaanesh, so it also knows Delightful Agonies. Liber Hereticus means it can cast the extra power. Pretty cool. Over in troops, I've got 3 units of Chaos Space Marine Legionaries. They're all Mark of Khorne, which gives them the extra strength when they charge or are charged. They've all got a special heavy weapon, 1 heavy bolter, 2 plasma guns. Then the sergeants have a Power Fist and Plasma Pistol, Chainsword and Plasma Pistol, Power Axe and Bolt Pistol, respectively. Over in elites, as I mentioned earlier, 2 units of Chosen. They're so cool. I've of course got the Black Mace on my Chosen champion with the big mace, because it's just awesome. Then they've got an extra Accursed Weapon in the unit, and a Combi Melter and Plasma Pistol on the champion. They are also Mark of Slaanesh with an icon, as is the next one, which is another 5, this time no special relics, same thing. Plasma Pistol, Combi Melter on the champion, extra Accursed Weapon in the squad. It's good stuff. Over in Fast Attack, I've got 2 units of Raptors. Both of them are 5-man. One of them is Mark of Khorne, and they've all got chainswords, and the champion has a plasma pistol, and the other one is Mark of Slaanesh, and this one has the power fist and the plasma pistol, and then the rest of them are just chainswords, and there's a melter gun in each unit. Over in heavy support, I've got a unit of 2 obliterators, bog standard stuff, a Forge Fiend with 2 ectoplasma cannons and demon jaws, because that's what it's modelled with, and then a Predator. It's got the twin mega las cannons of doom, 2 regular las cannons, havoc launcher, combi melter. It's good, there's nothing more you can say about it. And finally, as a dedicated transport, a single Rhino with a combi melter and havoc launcher, just busting some dudes around. And that rounds out the list. Nice bit of everything, still a lot of MSU, so I can score some objectives, do some actions, and not really be taking away too much from my damage potential. So hopefully I can try and sort of run rings around these lists, separate him up, and kill stuff when I can. Let's see what else he's bringing, and we'll hit the table.
Alrighty guys, I'm bringing the World Eaters today to see if I can claim some skulls and spill some blood for Khorne. I've got Abaddon the Despoiler, the big man himself, in a Supreme Command detachment, because what Chaos list would not bring him? He's such a beatstick, he's so amazing. He is then supported by a World Eaters Battalion. In that battalion, I've got a Daemon Prince of Khorne. He has the Violent Urgency Warlord trait, which is going to give +1 to the charges for all of my units within a certain range, which will actually stack with Abaddon's +1 to charge, which means those World Eaters are going to be getting those charges off more often than not. My second HQ choice is a Lord Discordant. He's bringing the relic Zal the Wrathful, which gives +D3 damage to all of his melee attacks made with his Chainglaive. So this guy's an absolute butcher, and he's going to shred anything he touches. Then in my troops choices, I have 4 identical units of Khorne Berserkers with an icon in each. So these are my action monkeys, they're also a threatening charge unit, and they're also just MSU, able to fill multiple roles on the battlefield. Then in my elite slot, I have a unit of 10 Red Butchers. So these are absolute monsters in combat. They go in with 10 attacks each, and they're going to obliterate anything they touch. And just to make them that little bit more spicy, I've put the Black Mace on the champion. So he's going to be going in and just absolutely mauling anything that he touches. Then to support them, I've got 5 Warp Talons in my fast attack slot. So these guys can use the Violent Urgency strat to get that extra pre-game move, which is going to allow them to get turn 1 charges if I want to, or get into positions to set up charges down the track. We've got a Land Raider in our heavy support slot. This is going to be a place where the Berserkers can live early in the game to be protected from Dalton's shooting, and also something that can sit on backfield objectives, use their Soul Shatter las cannons downrange to do some damage, and also launch those Berserkers out later in the game to do some damage as well. And then finally, to round out the list, we have a Chaos Rhino. The Humble Rhino is going to serve as a house for the other Berserkers, which will probably be moving up the battlefield and then launching out charges turns 2 and 3 from their Rhino. So it's a pretty well-rounded World Eaters list. I think it's going to do really well on the table, and we'll see whether or not it can take some of those Word Bearers' skulls and spill their blood.
Alright, we have deployed for tear down their icons. Dean won the roll-off and elected to deploy first, and then chose this side so that I have to walk all the way around the table every turn. So on this table, we're calling this a heavy table. We've got quite a lot of terrain on this previously Imperial and Orc battlefield by the looks of it. We've got 6 big pieces of obscuring, one here, one here, one here, and then same thing on the other side, here, here, and here. Several bits of ruins scattered about in the middle. Barricades everywhere, which we're ruling that we're ruling that vehicles and monsters can just go through them because they're tanks, like,
Yep.
go through it. And then we're calling this gantry in the center here dense as well, just so we've got a nice bit of, change it up a little. So, you won the roll-off, you deployed first. Would you like to talk us through where you put stuff?
All right, my deployment's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So over in the corner here, we've got a Daemon Prince with a Rhino. There's 2 units of 5 Berserkers inside that Rhino. And then we've got in here, underneath this ruin here, we've got the Warp Talons. So they're staged, ready to do their pre-game move and charge something turn 1.
They're very cool conversions, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. And then up the back here, we've got a Land Raider with more Berserkers inside, and a Lord Discordant coming up the flank there as well. We've got Abaddon, the big man himself, and the 10 Red Butchers. They're all in Warp Strike so that they can come down, get that +2 to charge, and hopefully kill some Word Bearers.
Very nice.
That's where we're at with the World Eaters deployment.
Simple, straightforward. I like it. So in response, I've shored up both flanks with a solid presence. I've got a Forge Fiend on this one, eyeing up a couple of lines of fire into the center and along the edge. Then I've got in here is a big bubble of death, hopefully. Legionaries down in there, a Master Possession hidden under the building, Daemon Prince of Tzeentch here, and the 2 Obliterators out the back. Then I've gone for a unit of 5 Raptors along with the Predator over here. Again, good lines of fire on the Predator, doesn't need to move far, but is kind of hidden. If the Land Raider wants to get shots on it, it has to move quite a bit to get there. Another unit of Legionaries pushing forward. I can put them towards either objective or the center, whichever I need for objectives and secondaries. Then the Rhino with 2 units of 5 chosen in it, so all my eggs in one basket, but it should help protect them for a turn or 2. The Chaos Lord back here along with the final squad of Legionaries. Again, eyeing up this objective. There's no windows in the bottom here, so I'm hoping to sit them up there and have nothing bad happen to them at all, ever, for all time. As mentioned, the 2 chosen are in the Rhino, and then I've got a unit of 5 Raptors up in Deep Strike. Those are the ones with the Power Fist, because they've got Mark of Slaanesh, so when they come down, they do actions. They can still fight first when they inevitably get charged.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Yep.
We did pick secondaries, as you would have seen. I went for the Word Bearers one, which is Exalt the Dark Gods, which is very cool, very Dawn of War. I like it.
It is.
For the Dark Gods! So I'll be running into the middle, trying to perform actions. If I've got icons in my units, they complete at the end of the turn, as do Masters of Possession, just themselves, or I think Demonkin as well.
Yep.
I've also then gone for engage in all fronts, because I've got small units, I can spread out, I can score points. It's good. And then Warp Ritual, because I'm going to be doing 1 action in the center, I may as well be doing 2. And
Sounds good.
That's pretty much it. How about you?
So yeah, like Dalton, I've taken engage on all fronts because I've got multiple units as well, and it looks like there's going to be combats happening all over the table. So we're both going to be trying to engage each other there. I've also taken grind them down because I have a few really big, hard-hitting units that I'm hoping are going to trade up and kill multiple of Dalton's units. So
I've got
grind them all
multiple
down.
small units, so it'll be easy. You can just pop 2 or 3 of them at once and score points every turn.
Yep, that's the plan. And then for my last, another Dawn of War callback, I've gone with Skulls for the Skull Throne, which is basically I get to pick one of my characters and one of his, and then get points if I kill it. So I've picked my Daemon Prince as my designated assassin, and I picked his Master of Possessions because it being a Psyker, it seems like a fitting target for a Khorne assassination.
Khorne hates those spicy magic boys.
Yeah, he's not keen.
Yeah. But he lives in the warp. What's going on?
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? He's a bit of a mystery, that guy.
Yeah.
But,
the old Khorne.
Maybe he's just angry because he's not as good at it as Tzeentch. So
That could be what it is, yeah.
yeah.
Cool. I think all that leaves us is the all-important first turn roll-off.
All right, let's see what happens.
I definitely want to go second here. I want to let you come towards me.
I agree. I also would like to go second.
All right.
So.
Let's see it. Who rolls lower in this case? All right.
Yes, so you'll take the first.
I will
I'll
indeed.
Take the second.
Good luck. Good game.
Good luck, man. Let's have some fun.
Let's be right back for Word Bearers turn 1.
Sounds good.
Okay, done a lot of shuffling around, a bit of moving. Not a lot's going to happen this turn. I think we both, neither of us wanted to have to go first because I've just kind of shuffled forward a bit.
Yep. Yeah, we both deployed pretty defensive, so.
Yeah. So we'll crack right on with it. Forge Fiends just shuffled up a little bit to be putting a bit of pressure on the flank. You've got to put something into it, I guess. Master Possessions jumped out to make sure he can buff it if he wants to. Still staying within 3 inches of the Legionaries in here, so he's character protected. The Obliterators have moved back there to screen that back corner, so you can't deep strike back there next turn.
Yep.
That's about it. I may as well position screening now and then worry about it later.
Yep.
Raptors have jumped forward and hidden behind this building. Daemon Prince has jumped forward and joined them. These Legionaries have moved up just enough so that next turn they can move to within 6 of the center to perform actions. The Predator has had a party.
Yep.
The Rhinos moved up here onto the objective, as has the Legionaries and the Chaos Lord in there. They're also screened in this back corner, so you can't drop down here, provided I leave them all there for next turn, which I plan to. So, yep.
Sounds good.
That's pretty much it. There's no targets for me at all, because of course the Disco Lord over here is character protected by the Land Raider. So the only thing I can do is cast Psychic Powers, which is what I'm going to do.
Yep. Sounds
The
good.
Master of Possession is going to put Mutated Invigoration. Leading a 7, I believe.
Yep.
Nope.
Ooh, 1 and a 2. That ain't going to do it.
No, it won't. So, fine with me. That's really about it. He could put Delightful Agonies on something.
Do you want to use your Ritual Dagger to get +2 to your casts?
Do I want to voluntarily stab one of my own guys in my turn?
It sounds like a very chaos thing to do.
That it does, but he'll get a little bit more desperate before that starts happening.
Yep.
He's going to try and cast Delightful Agonies, which I believe is also a 7, but it might be a 6.
It's a 6.
Very nice. Also fails.
A 1 and a 3. You're not doing well.
That's all right. So that'll be pretty much it. There's nothing can see anything. There is no shooting that can happen. I haven't advanced anywhere because I don't want anything to. Any further, and I'm just exposing units for no reason, giving you free shots against me.
Yep.
This is essentially where I'd want to start the game.
Yep.
So let's start it with World Eaters turn 1.
Sounds good. Alrighty, so there we have the end of my movement phase. So basically what we've done is we've disembarked some berserkers from this rhino to hold that objective down that side of the table.
Hidden
and they're
nicely in
also
that building.
going to be hidden, and they're going to be scoring me my engage on all fronts.
Very nice.
We've moved this Land Raider over into this quarter. He's going to get some firing arcs and hopefully blow up that Predator, because that Predator is a serious threat to my vehicles and big Griblies. Then basically my 2 characters have moved up behind the rhino so that they can't be targeted by his shooting. And we've got the Warp Talons are going in for that turn 1 charge. We're going to have Warp Talons versus Raptors, and we'll see who comes out on top of that combat.
Very cool.
So I guess we have no Psychic phase because we're World Eaters and we don't care.
Hate it.
We're going to go straight into our shooting phase.
Cool. Where would you like to start?
So we're going to start with the Soul Shatter Las Cannons on the Land Raiders.
Mega Las Cannons of Doom!
This is the new upgraded profile where they get +2 damage to each shot.
Yep.
So it's got 2 double,
2 twin.
so it's 4 shots.
Lovely. I'm assuming into the Predator.
Into the old Predator.
That old
And,
chestnut.
We are hitting you on 3s.
Very nice.
So let's see what happens.
Ouch.
Ooh, that's not ideal. We got a couple 1s in there.
Is that a CP reroll or is
Do
it
I want to CP reroll it? Because now I'm looking at 2d6 +2 damage at best. I do have 3 CP. I had planned on spending. I actually am going to spend 1.
Ooh, tasty. Tasty. It's a choice.
We're going to roll, and I'm going to roll a different dice.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you re-roll the same one, it always
If
betrays
you
you.
keep rolling them, you'll find some lock he hasn't touched.
I rolled a 2, so no good there. So we got 2 hits.
Better luck next time with that one.
Now we are wounding you on 3s because we're strength 9.
Yep.
Oh, only 1 wound gets through.
And that was the problem there, is it's why you wanted the extra hits, is to push
Yes,
that through.
correct. Just push those values up a bit.
AP4, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
Thanks to Armor of Contempt, I just AP3.
Yep.
And then I just roll a 6 and pass the save. Nope.
No. Okay, so we've got D6 +2 damage. Oh, how do you miss a dice tray? Okay, so we got 4 damage done to that Predator.
All right, so I start with 11 wounds, so I'm down to 7 wounds remaining.
And then we've also got the double heavy bolters on the Land Raider there.
Carry on. Yep.
So he's going to shoot you as well. Okay, hitting on 3s again, so we've got 3 hits.
Still not great.
Not amazing, no. And then these will be winning on 5s because they're only strength 5.
Yep.
Nothing there. And then last but not least, we've got the Lord Discordant with his autocannon.
Oh, yes. Very
So
cool.
I believe
not the Bale
it's...
Flamer.
No, not the Bale Flamer. So
Cool.
autocannon, so I believe he's got 2 shots. If
I'll
you
double
wanna
check
maybe
it, but
double
I
check it, but I'm pretty
assume
sure it's 2 shots.
That sounds correct.
He's right up the front somewhere.
There we go. I was on the page and I kept going. Heavy 3.
Heavy 3 shots, okay.
Helstalker autocannon. Heavy
the things
3,
they-
strength
the
7,
amount of
minus
small
1, 2
things they
damage.
changed in this book.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so he's going to be hitting you on 2s.
Which doesn't help when you roll double 1s.
He is within range of the Daemon Prince, so he will get reroll 1s though.
Because he's a character.
Because he's a
Very nice.
So
Cool.
we got 3 hits there. And strength 7, I assume.
That's strength 7, yep.
Yep, so looking for 3s to wound.
5s, I believe, on a Predator.
Are they toughness 8 now?
Yeah. There was a whole thing. They went up
Well,
to T8.
yeah, I rolled 2 3s and a 5. So
I say, not having
so
the
it's
profile
going to be
whatsoever.
it's going to be 1 regardless.
Yeah, it is T8.
Okay, another small
cool.
change.
It's
Good to know.
AP minus 1, which I ignore.
So
Take
3
a 3
up.
up save. Which I fail.
Gets through.
Cool. So I've taken another 2 damage.
So that's
he's
6 total.
Down to 5 remaining.
Sounds
Right.
good.
I'll jump around here and grab some of our little handy counters.
And then last but not least, we have the charge from the Warp Talons here in the center there. and they're going to go into your Raptors.
Yep.
So we're looking for a 6-inch on the charge here.
So I can probably... Do you reckon I can see him with 2 or 3?
Of what you want to overwatch with some pistols.
I mean, it's tempting. Look, there's a plasma pistol and a melter gun in there.
Yeah, well, sure, if you want to.
I mean, I got 5 CP. Yeah. No, I won't.
I was going to say, you're being silly.
It's a bad idea.
All right, so we're going to go for a 6-inch charge here, and we make a 7. So we're going to make that charge in.
Cool.
So,
chuck them in there.
Yep, so we're just going to chuck them on this side so that they are in that table quarter for my engage on all fronts after they do their pile-ins and whatnot.
Very nice. It's a good thing to think about. Make sure you're thinking about engage. And the other thing to think about as well, with the new changes to the way engagement range works in buildings, we can fight straight through the middle of that, even though we're probably like 1.5 inches apart there.
Yep.
Which is kind of cool.
And then the idea is that they're going to use their consolidate move to move deeper into that quarter, and they're staying outside of your heroic intervention range.
Very nice.
Now, I'm going to spend 2 command points in this fight because I really want those Raptors to die. Because I got bottom of the turn, that'll get me my grind.
Very nice.
So I'm going to spend both of my remaining CP.
Yep.
One of them is going to give me +1 strength and exploding 6s.
Very nice.
And the other one's going to give me +1 AP, so I'll be AP 3.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Really wishing I was Marcus Slanesh over there at the moment.
Yeah. Now, tell me how many attacks I got. I get 1 extra for mark of for being a World Eater.
Yep.
I believe they had 5.
Warp Talons, Warp Talons, Warp Talons. Warp Talons have 5 attacks apiece and 6 on the champion.
So 1, 2...
6 attacks per Warp Talon. That's pretty nuts.
3...
Oh, nice. Cool.
4...
Counting dice is always the interesting part of battle reports.
Oh yeah, for sure. 5...
Yeah. Warp Talons are a really interesting unit because they don't get all the upgrades and benefits you can give to Raptors, but then they just innately just hit really hard.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
So these will be hitting on 3s with exploding 6s
Very
from
nice.
the Wanton Slaughter.
Cool.
So we'll pull out our 1s and 2s.
That's a lot of 1s and 2s, man. You got a cocktail there, you can reroll that one.
Reroll that one.
Love it.
Good.
Cool.
So,
Wow. But
and then all
plenty
these,
of 6s
all
though.
these 6s.
Very nice.
Oof, lots of 6s.
That's
They're
cool.
all additional hits.
So the Wanton Slaughters from the 1 CP you spent on that one?
Yeah, so
to
it's
put you
1
in
CP.
all 3.
No, it just
No,
puts me in
just in
slaughter.
slaughter.
So this
Cool.
is a World Eater stratagem.
Gotcha. And the extra AP.
1 CP, and it gives you +1 strength and puts you in slaughter.
Very nice.
And then the other strat is for a further +1 AP.
So the +1 strength is very important here.
Yep.
Because it means that you're now winning on 3s.
Yep, with full rerolls from their lightning claws.
Oh, yeah.
One of the few units in the codex that kept them.
I think there's only 2 of them, right? Them and the Chaos Lord.
Yeah.
With Terminator armor specifically. Because the other one can't take it.
So they're successful wins so far.
Are there any extra bonuses to AP and stuff?
So I just get the +1 AP from the stratagem.
Yep. Cool. So these will all be AP -3, which put me on my 5s.
They're my rerolls.
Cool.
Alright, so that is
I'll just
your...
roll these ones here.
So I'm pretty happy with that. I think that should kill him, hopefully.
I mean, until I just roll just a billion 6s.
Yep.
As is my wont to do.
Don't you do it. Oof.
No, that'll definitely go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
That'll wipe the unit, giving you grind.
Yes, gives me my 3 victory points for grind them down, which is
Very nice.
what I was going for.
I'll pull those Raptors out, and then your Warp Talons, I presume, are just going to
They're going to go
shimmy on
sort
around
of-
the side there.
Yep, they're going to sort of wrap around so that
Wrap around, and then
they've got to be further than 6 inches from the
like that. I
central
imagine.
line so that they get their engage.
No worries. I'll pop them over there for you.
Yep.
And then you can tighten them up in a moment.
Yep.
Again, very cool conversions. Those Juggernaut heads.
Yeah, they're off the Lord of Skulls kit. They're the little gargoyles that come off the side of the Lord of Skulls.
That's pretty cool.
So very expensive bits if you're trying to buy if you're trying to buy a kit just for a conversion. But
Very cool.
yes, thank you.
Right. So
So I think it's a
anything
pretty
else
good
you wanna
turn
do
for
for
me. No, pretty good turn for me. So we didn't quite kill the Predator, which is disappointing, but we did get a kill, so get the grind, get the engage.
And it's worth saying, you're probably sacrificing the Warp Talons here.
Yes.
But now I have to deal with them. Like, there's no choice about it.
Yep.
But you've scored 2 secondaries with them, and you're then controlling what I'm doing for my next turn.
Yep.
So it's a very good use of them.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. It's a good turn.
All right. We're right back then for Word Bearer's turn 2 and see how I can come back from that. All right. So I've done a few bits and pieces of movement. I've made sure I'm still screening all the way down the back here. There's a couple of spots they can show up, but I haven't left anything too juicy out there for them to target. And then I've tried to get a few sort of hitbacks on a few different units over here. So my Forge Fiend on the near side there has just continued its slow march up the field. It can see the Warp Talons and nothing else, so it's going to shoot the Warp Talons and nothing else.
Checks out.
The Obliterators can also shoot the Warp Talons, but they're out of range of everything else, so they've just made sure they're hidden from the Land Raider.
Yep.
The Demon Prince is kind of shuffled around. There's basically an unfailable charge into the Warp Talons, but otherwise it's kind of hidden. It's a character protected from these guys for now. That's about it. They've moved forward and they're performing the Exalt the Dark Gods action on within 6 inches of the center. So that'll make my tally 1, which will score me points at the end of the game. The Predator has shuffled forward a bit. It can definitely see the Land Raider or the Rhino or whatever it wants to shoot at. This Rhino has then also moved forward, making sure it's hidden from the Predator, from the Land Raider.
Yep.
These guys are hanging out back here. They're perfectly happy with where they are, as is the Chaos Lord. They're all screening. And then my unit of Raptors has deep struck down here. They've got some good melter shots and things on the Disco Lord. So if that goes really well, they might charge it. If not, they're going to try and charge these Berserkers and just get the first strike on them. If they fail all those charges, they're still Mark of Slaanesh, so they'll still fight first if charged. So I'm happy with them back there.
Yep. Sounds good.
Good time. They really want the charge to sort of push them into 1/4 for engage, but if they don't, that's fine. I'll deal with that next turn anyway. Yep. So that'll be it. We'll crack right on to Psychic. I will get started with the Master of Possession, I think.
Yep.
Who wants to cast Mutated Invigoration. Not sure on what yet, but we'll try and cast it and figure it out.
If you fail, you don't have to make that decision.
Exactly,
so.
yeah. A 9 will get it.
Yeah, that will get it.
So Mutated Invigoration is +1 Strength or Toughness. I'll put in the Demon Prince, be pretty funny.
Yeah, what are you doing? Strength or toughness?
Ooh. I think I'll put it on the Demon Prince, and he's currently Strength 6, 7, 8 with an axe, I think, anyway.
8 with an axe, yeah.
Strength 8 with an axe. So I'll go Toughness and make him Toughness 8 as well, because that's pretty funny. The Master Position also has Pact of Flesh, which does nothing at all, because nothing's been wounded.
Yep.
As you promised earlier, you just killed the whole unit, so it's easy.
Interestingly, had you used your Ritual Dagger, you would have got that off on an 11, which would have allowed you to buff both his Strength and his Toughness.
Which would have done nothing at all, because Warp Talons are Toughness 4 anyway.
Yep. Checks out.
Yep.
It's just a fun little
it
piece
is
of trivia for you.
That's true. The Ritual Dagger is cool. I do want to use it at some point, because it's just funny.
Yep, sick as.
The Liber Hereticus gives it Delightful Agonies, which is the Feel No Pain. You know what? I'm going to cast that in that unit in the middle, hopefully, and just make them like such a pain in the ass to deal with.
Yep.
So I'll try for Delightful Agonies on a 6. That's not a
fail.
6. Cool. The Demon Prince of Tzeentch knows the Tzeentch power and also Diabolic Strength. I don't think Diabolic Strength helps him much, and I don't know what the Tzeentch power does. So, the Tzeentch power, Schemes
Gotta
of
love
Fate.
these risky roller lads, always coming organised.
Oh yeah. Warp Charge value of 7. It can give himself a 4-up invuln.
That's not bad.
Yeah, he'll go for that. Go for 7. Nope.
Ooh, it's a 6.
Alright, cool.
Unlucky.
Yeah. He can't stab anyone. He's just there.
Nope.
Alright, that'll be it for Psychic Powers. On to shooting.
Shoot me.
So I'm going to start... what matters the most? That doesn't really matter too much, the Warp Talons, because there's a lot of stuff that can shoot them. That kind of does. I kind of want to see what happens over here. So I'm going to start with these Raptors. They're going to put everything into the Disco Lord.
Checks out.
I'll start with the Plasma Pistol, which I will overcharge, of course.
Yeah. Go for
Get
it.
him!
Go for it.
It hits for 3. Your toughness...
6, I believe, on
So-
a Disco Lord.
so
might,
3s?
might be 7.
That's a fail.
2 isn't going to do it either way.
But the Melter Gun will. 3s. Nope.
That's a miss.
And then 3 Bolt Pistols. One hit.
Wow.
Good stuff. Nothing. Alright. Guess they're charging Berserkers.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, if the Plasma Shot had like gone through and done some damage, then I might have re-rolled the Melter to try and like push that extra damage through. As it stands, that's fine.
I thought Lockie was supposed to be the one that rolls bad.
Yeah. Against me specifically.
Okay.
You watch him against Jake is fine.
Yep.
There's a very
So it's a tier
specific
list.
setup.
He rolls bad into you, but you roll bad into me.
Exactly,
And I
yeah.
just don't roll bad.
Yeah, there you go. So we'll go next with the Predator. I think I do want to start chipping wounds off the Land Raider, just because I don't want it sitting there threatening my whole board every
Correct.
turn.
I think you have to.
So I'll start with the twin Soul Shatter las cannon, which is on top.
Yep.
These are the big mega ones of death.
Two
They
hits.
do both hit. Now, I do need to double check. I'm in Wanton, the next one, which is not heavy weapons. But the
Correct.
last one would have been better for that.
Interestingly, I completely forgot about that during my turn. I don't know if I rolled any sixes on my las cannons or not.
That's fair. It doesn't matter here either, so carry on. Wounding on 3s, because they're strength extra now, right?
Toughness 9 now.
So wounding on 4s, I believe. Soul Shatter las cannons are strength 9 now, so
Yep.
wounding on 4s. And they're only -3, not -4.
Huh, interesting.
Okay.
So we got
nothing.
No wounds.
It's not going to kill the Land Raider. I don't think it's worth burning a CP on this early.
You do have 6.
That is true.
Unless you have some serious plans for some combos later.
That's true. Oh, I'll go for it. Reroll.
Yep,
Does wound.
That's a wound.
Cool. So
so-
-3 becomes -2.
So gives
4
you a
up.
4 up save. So that goes through.
Do you want to reroll that?
Nah.
All right. So D6 plus 2 damage. All right. So 4 damage.
Takes 4 damage. Yep.
I'll then go with the 2 regular las cannons on the side. Both
No
miss.
hits.
Good stuff. So that'll be that. We'll carry on to all the stuff that's going to shoot at the Warp Talons. I'll start with the Obliterators because I don't really want to. I don't want to start with the Forge Fiend because the Forge Fiend has the option of buffing himself with Demon Forge. So I would rather see what the
Figure out
Obliterators
whether or
do.
not you're going to need it. Yep.
Exactly. So the Obliterators, I'll use
Which
the
profile are you going for?
probably
Two-
the damage
the
damage
2 damage
2
one.
damage
Yep.
2 profile. Strength 7 -2 2 damage with heavy D3 plus 3 shots, and there's 2 of them. As in 2 Obliterators.
Yep.
So 2d3 plus 6.
Ooh, decent
Okay.
roll.
Very nice. So there's another 2 there, another 1 there, another 3, and another 3 there. So these will all be hitting on 3s. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. There aren't any rerolls here. Nope. There's no negatives, etc., etc. Cool. Hitting on 3s. That's very nice.
Quite a few hits. There's a couple 2s in there, but yeah,
happy
overall
with that.
quite well.
If that was last turn when I was procking the bonuses to hit on hit. Ooh. Wounding on 3s.
3's correct.
Sorry, what's that one there?
Fair. Wow,
All right.
everything
So
wounds.
I think that was already a
I think it
wound
was
before,
yeah,
but
correct.
regardless.
All right, so these are -2.
These are -2, so
So these become 4
-1,
up
so
saves.
4 up saves. Very nice.
Yeah, let's
Alrighty.
see what happens.
Very nice.
1, 2, 3. So that's 3 dead Warp Talons.
Cool, I'll take it. 3 dead Warp Talons from the Obliterators.
I'll just grab these 3 here.
Yep. And then I'll go, because they're the only thing the Forge Fiend can see, it'll shoot into them next.
Yep. I don't think you need to Demon Forge at this stage.
Nope. So it has 2 Ectoplasma Cannons, which are heavy D3. Alright, so
that's
just
3
3 shots in total. They're going to be hitting on 3s. 2 hits.
2 hits.
It's going to be wounding on 3s, strength 7. 2 wounds. These are at -3, 3 damage.
So -3 becomes -2. We're looking at 4 5-up saves here.
Yep.
They
All right.
both get through. So that's
Kills
2.
2 Warp Talons.
That's the Warp Talons done.
Cool. So now, because they're dead and I don't need to worry about them, I think it means I can put the Heavy Bolter over into your Rhino, because that's going to do a lot of work. As well.
Well, you never know. They're 2 damage these days, so
They are. So what, 3 shots now?
yeah.
Yeah.
You get 3 shots, 3 hits, 3 wounds. That's 6 damage.
All right, good start.
2 hits.
Nothing.
That'll be no wounds. No
Cool.
damage.
And that pretty much does me for shooting. The only charges to make,
Yes.
these Raptors,
into
those Berserkers.
All right.
The Berserkers want to sit there with their guns.
Nah.
You
no
sure?
Overwatch. No
You
Overwatch.
sure? You're 1 CP. You can Overwatch.
They're just revving their chain axes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what they're
yeah.
doing. They're looking at you like, come on, bro.
They
come
want
at
it,
me.
they want it.
Come at
All
me,
right.
bro.
9 on the dice to get in. Do it.
Oh, an
They do it with an
11
11.
charge. That's a big one.
Oh yeah. All right, so they'll just jump straight in. Once again, because I've taken engage, as you did,
Yep.
they'll be making sure they shimmy across, so that they're
Yep,
within
which will mean you'll have
engage.
units in these 3 quarters, so it's
Very
a
nice.
strong position to be in.
Points are good.
However, I've got a sneaking feeling that maybe I'll
They
kill
could-
them. And if I kill 3 of them, I don't think you score engage.
No,
because
you
have to
need
be
to have at
3
least
or
3
more.
of them.
So
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
It depends on if they can like go through the berserkers or not.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting little test because raptors are the normal assault units that are kind of good.
Yep.
And the berserkers are the Khorne dedicated ones, but they're the basic ones. They're not
Yes.
special ones.
That being said, those Khorne berserkers, they slap. They slap.
Oh
hard,
yeah, they
so-
really do. So raptors are 3 attacks apiece, which is pretty handy. There's one with a melter gun, but then the champion has the power fist as well.
Okay, yeah. The power fist should do work.
Yeah. So I think I probably want to start with the power fist because it means that I'll be.
So the guy with the melter gun, does he have 2 attacks or does he have
He's still got 3. They have four with chainswords.
Yep.
So the sergeant has the power fist, and he's the champion, not the sergeant.
Champion.
So 4 attacks base.
Yep.
There's no bonuses to it.
So you're hitting on 4s.
Now these guys are the Mark of Slanesh.
Yep.
Which means they'll be hitting on. They can't take the icon, so they're not hitting on 3s.
Correct.
So hitting on 4s with
4 attacks.
as an extra 4 attacks.
Ooh,
Alright.
there's 3 hits.
3 of them.
That's a good roll.
Now I feel like I could have spent a CP to put them into Wanton Slaughter or something, but
I'm not sure if Word Bearers have that. World Eaters have
World
that,
Eaters have
and Emperor's Children have that.
okay, yeah. Like I'm not going to use it here anyway, because I feel like if it is something, it's like 2 CP. But I think there is a way for regular CSM for everyone to put them into all 3 at once. But it. No,
I
it's
know
chosen.
with Chosen.
It's chosen. That's
After
what it
they've
is.
killed something, they go in all.
That's what I'm thinking about. It's the chosen. Yeah. No, you're right. Cool. So they'll be winning you on 2s.
Correct. Ooh.
Okay.
It
cool.
balances out. He rolls 2 1s.
It does. Yep.
So
one wound.
AP2.
On the power fist, yes, AP2.
So I get a 4-up save against this,
Very nice.
which I fail.
That's going to be a
Almost
berserker.
tempted to CP reroll that. Almost. But I need the CP for later turns.
Fair enough.
So that's 1 dead berserker.
There's 5 there in total, so
Yep.
there's 4 left.
Yep.
Cool. Now I'll go with the 3 attacks on the melter gun because they
Yep.
don't do anything.
They don't do anything,
Well-
he says, and then he rolls 3
They'll kill like 3 berserkers somehow. It's
so
going to be 2
it's
wounds.
2 wounds, but they are 3-up saves.
Yeah, which regular old 3-up saves.
So 1 wounded berserker there.
Very nice.
So we've got 1 dead, 1 wounded.
Cool. Then the 3 with the chainswords, 4 attacks each, so 3 base plus 1 for the chainsword.
Yep.
All, again, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s at your 3-up save.
Yep.
3s, oh, but I'm plus 1 strength because I'm. No, these are Mark of Slanesh, Mark of Khorne is plus 1 strength.
Correct.
A lot of little buffs and benefits to remember that I'm just keep forgetting. Cool. So getting rid of the 1s and 2s, which there are quite a few of.
Yeah.
And then going to wound you on 4s.
Yep.
Okay,
Perfect.
3 of them.
Average on the dice.
Very nice.
All right, and then we've got 3-up armor saves against these.
Yep.
So that kills that second berserker.
Cool, I'll take it.
So we lost 2 berserkers,
Yep, so you got 3
and now
left.
I get to hit you back.
So this will be interesting, because I'm hoping that
all
they,
3.
now that they're 2 wounds and they've got armor contempt and stuff, dice everywhere.
I'm so bad with dice.
I'm hoping they can kind of like weather it out.
Yep, well-
which will be interesting to see.
Well, it's interesting because if all I need to do is kill 3 of them to stop you from getting your engage points,
Exactly,
so I'm
yeah.
tempted to spend a command point here to buff the berserkers.
That'd be kind of cool.
But either way, they're going to get the champion goes in. Each one has 6 attacks on their profile.
Yep.
So 5 attacks on their profile, but plus 1 for Mark of Khorne.
Yep, and then plus 1 for chainswords as well.
No, they don't have chainswords anymore.
Oh, they're just like berserker chain weapons or something.
Berserker chain blade, I think it's called.
Right. Okay, so just again, same as the cursed weapons on all the chosen and terminators. They're just rolling all the profiles into one universal, generic, close combat weapon profile.
Which I suspect when we get the new World Eaters Codex, we're going to have different weapons. Because,
I feel like you'd have to at least have chain axes, right?
well, GW released like their concept art, and they have a big couple two-handed ones.
yeah, yeah.
So I think we're going to
You've
get
got the big,
The one that
what do you call
Legionnaires
it?
have access
Yeah, yeah,
to.
the heavy chain axe because big, I guess.
All right, so we've got the champion goes in with his 7 attacks.
Yep.
And then 6 and 6 on the other 2 lads.
Very nice.
They are going to be hitting you at AP 4, no 3, sorry.
AP3, I
and
believe,
I can
yep.
spend CP to make it AP 4.
That's interesting. So you can
Push
go
you
from
to
5 to
6-up
6s.
saves, Yeah. Or I can spend a CP to get plus 1 strength and exploding 6s.
Which would be wounding on
I'm
3s.
already going to be wounding you on 3s.
Oh, okay. So the plus 1 strength isn't great.
But the exploding 6s is pretty
Yeah.
spicy.
So I'm already saving on 5s. It's interesting. You can make
I'm
me roll
going
6s to
to-
save, or you want to roll 6s to get more attacks.
I'm going to spend it to hurt your saves. So
Yep.
we're going for the extra AP.
So you're going to get extra AP on the Berserker chain weapons. Cool.
We're hitting you on 3s.
Yep. It'll be 3s, and then 6s. So I've really got to rely on
So
some
not a
1s and
bad roll
2s.
there.
Very nice. Yep. Now they don't have the wanton slaughter for
No.
this for this one.
Not right now. I could have spent a CP to get it, but I only had the one.
Yeah,
so.
fair enough.
So looking for 3s.
Very nice. It's a lot of 3s.
Not amazing. Oh, no, actually, it was pretty good.
It's pretty good.
And then these will be 6-up saves.
Yep.
Oh,
just roll
sorry, I'm
these
so
ones here.
bad with dice.
Cool. Now, if I fail 5 of these, I'm fine. If I fail 6 of them, we've got a problem.
Yep.
Fail 6, we've got a problem. Pass 2 of them, though.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.5.
Nice.
So there's one wounded Raptor left.
It'll be the sergeant, of course. He's hanging on out. He's kicking it on there. He's not running away.
And
Might
interestingly,
do that.
because that was the Mark of Slanesh, you'll get to fight first in the next turn.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's handy. I think I would have done that anyway, because it'd be your turn.
Correct, yeah.
But it's just nice to have that back and forth there.
Yeah.
Would you like me to pull a couple of berserkers for you?
So we killed 2.
Yep. I'm assuming that they're all the same.
Yeah.
Cool. Very nice. So I'll pull that out there. And that'll be it. There's no charges because the warp talons are gone.
Yep. Morale-wise, I only lost 2 models, so I'm fine.
You are -1 near Raptors.
-1 near Raptors.
Let me check. Yep. You are -1.
So
you're still fine.
I believe they're leadership 9, so that would
down
be
to
3,
8.
so I think they're fine.
You're fine. Cool. That said, Raptors are leadership 9. Well, the one
Yep.
dude remaining is. He's
Yep.
lost 4 of them though, so on a 6 he'll run away.
Yep.
Nope. He's good.
He won. Auto pass.
He's having a grand old time over there. So I'll mark that one up. We'll score up points and be back for World Eaters turn 2.
Turn 2. Alrighty, so there we have the end of the World Eaters turn 2 movement. So we've got the Berserkers here. They've disembarked out of this Rhino so that they're going to mop up some Legionnaires. Then that empty Rhino has moved over to continue to screen and protect those characters that are moving up the flank. This Land Raider has moved forward a little bit just so that those Berserkers that are still inside can charge out in a later turn, and he's still holding that objective and able to project his shooting down range. Then we've got the Legionnaires down the back, the Raptor down the back there is still engaged with those Khorne Berserkers. So given how the last combat went, I'm pretty confident I'm going to win that one.
But look, he's got 4 attacks power fist. He could bump
He
them all
does,
up.
and he popped one last turn, so we could see some damage done there. And other than that, I've still got the Red Butchers and Abaddon. They're in Deep Strike reserves, so they'll come on later in the game when we've cleared out a little bit more of the table. So yeah, that pretty much sums up my movement. Let's get into some dice rolling in the shooting phase.
Sounds good. Where would you like to start?
So I'm going to start with the Land Raider. His shooting is the most important. We're going to do everything into the Predator once again.
Makes sense.
So we've got some Soul Shatter las cannons here. So
These are the big ones.
once again,
big boys.
we are hitting on 3s because I'm not in my mid bracket yet.
Yep.
And we roll, oof,
Ooh, very nice.
4
All hits. That feels good.
And then once again, we're
Cool.
wounding you on 3s because I'm strength 9, you're T8.
Yep.
So
3
one
wounds.
failed wound.
Fair enough.
I'm okay with that.
Now, as we discovered last turn, they're EP3, not EP4.
So you
I
have
5
a
up
5
saves.
save. Yep, correct.
Big dice. Those
Ooh,
are big
he
dice.
passes 2 of them.
So 5
we've-
wins remaining. He could survive this.
He could. D6 plus 2.
He does die though.
That's 6
Explodes
wounds.
on a 6. No,
No explodes.
he just dies.
And his heavy bolter shots are now wasted because I
Yep.
allocated everything into that Predator because I thought maybe he survives with 1 wound. We want those heavy bolters to
he
sort of
almost did.
pick it up.
Almost did. That would have been a good call.
Then on the Berserkers there, we've got some bolt pistols and a crack grenade.
Yeah.
So crack
They're
grenade,
angry, but they can still throw grenades.
everything into the Legionnaires. They just throw it really angrily.
Yeah.
So we're going to hit with a crack
Yep.
grenade,
Very nice.
and we're going to wound you on 3s. So that is a wound.
AP.
AP1, I believe.
Oh, so 3s. Loves it.
Loves it. And then we've got 4 pistols.
Yep.
1 hit,
Cool. Sounds about right for pistols.
1 wound.
I do
Oof.
take that one though. So
Crack shot Berserker.
yeah, it'll be one of the legionaries at the back here.
Yep.
Cool.
And then we've got the autocannon from the Lord Discordant.
Yep.
He's pretty much got not really juicy targets. I guess he puts him into the Rhino here. We figured it was 3 shots, yeah?
Yep, 3 shots,
48
strength
inches
7.
range, so he's got range of the board. So it's 3 hits.
Very nice. 4s to wound.
Strength 7, so 4s. That's 2 wounds.
Very nice. And it was AP1 damage 2.
Yep.
So 3 up saves.
Oh, he
Like that,
fails
take 'em
both. So that's 4 damage to that Rhino.
Yeah. So down to 6 remaining.
So that was cheeky. I wasn't
Very
really,
nice.
I wasn't really banking on that. I was just like, I've got a gun, might as well shoot it.
Yep.
And then we go into some charges now.
All right, where would you like to start with that one?
So we've got
big charge phase.
a 9-inch charge from the Daemon Prince over there.
Yep.
Into the Forge Fiend.
Yep. So the Forge Fiend can't see it, so it can't Overwatch.
Correct. And I'm probably going to fail this, but
You never know.
you never know.
Yep.
3 inches, that's a fail.
I'm assuming it's not worth a reroll there for a 9.
No, not at all. And I kind of don't even necessarily want to be there because then you can kill my Daemon Prince, whereas at the moment he's protected.
Yep.
Even from that Forge Fiend, because the Rhino will be closer if you move forward, so you're not shooting the Daemon Prince.
Very nice.
And now that your Predator's gone, you're not killing the Rhino. So
Exactly.
that's a neat little combo there. We'll do the Berserkers then, I guess.
Cool.
That's the only other charge to do.
Yep.
They're pretty much auto-win, but let's see how far they go. 6 inches.
It's a good thing they're that close, because that was not a big charge roll.
And then basically I'm going to do the same thing where I want to position them so that they're in this table quarter for my engage on all fronts.
So when you wipe that unit, they can actually then pile in towards the Rhino and get you into that quarter.
Which is the idea. Yep. So they're all going to be like that. So there's one guy within an inch, and the rest of them can all fight through him.
Very nice.
And that's the only charge. So we've got a fight over there and a fight here.
Yep. So my Raptor will fight first.
So we still have to resolve charges first.
So it's like a sub phase, then charges,
correct.
then it fights first.
Yes, correct. Because you are in the fight. You're in the same phase as me in the
fights,
in
but
fights.
because it's your
Because it's my
turn,
play turn, I go
you
first.
choose that.
All right. So the Berserkers, once again, I have got the stratagem. I could buff their AP again.
Do you need that? There's a full 5
Well,
of
you
them,
can do
they're just
actions with that
legionaries.
unit, but you can't do actions and fall back. Or I don't think you can do it if you're within engagement range of an enemy unit.
No, if I'm in engagement range, I can't.
So you're not going to be doing your little word bearers
Exactly, yeah.
action. So I think that's fine.
Cool.
So the Sergeant goes in with his 7 attacks, and then there's 4 other boys with him.
Yep.
With 6 attacks a pop. 1, 2, if you want. 3. I need one more lot of 6.
We need like just a bigger pool of dice here that we can just pull from. This is
Or you need to just have armies that don't roll a billion dice like World Eaters do.
you good?
Yep, good.
Alrighty.
So these are hitting you on 3s.
So it'll be 3s and 3s and 7 and 5s, as discussed last time.
Yep.
Cool. And we're not quite in wanton slaughter yet.
No.
So the proccing 6s isn't quite yet.
And then these are wounding you on 3s.
Yep. I've also just remembered that word bearers reroll hits when they charge or charge.
Correct. Which would have been helpful over
Well,
there.
it's very helpful over there. Yeah, you live and you learn.
So, wounding on 3s.
Very nice.
Call that one cocked. There
Cool.
you go.
And then I'll be saving on 5s. Because you didn't spend the CP on the AP.
Yes, because I got a full unit of 5 this time. Last time I was hitting with 3.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They did.
Yep.
Cool.
It was pretty close though.
It tried. They tried. So I'll pick those guys up there. And it's good that you killed them all, because if one had survived, you wouldn't have been able to pile in towards the Rhino with...
Yes, that is very true as well.
Because you need them to be wholly outside of 6 inches of the center line for engage.
Yes, correct.
So you've got to make sure that you're always... If something needs to die, you do want to put CP into it.
Yep.
Mainly when it comes to points.
Cool, so I'll do that, Poland, if you want to fight over there with your...
So I've still got my 4 attacks, not re-rolling hits this time, because I didn't charge and I was not charged. So just hitting on 4s, because Power Fist. Cool!
1 hit.
1 hit.
So you can't...
I've got 6 CP, I might as well re-roll one here, because I do want to try and pop some.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep,
So that's 2
there we go.
hits.
So down to 5 CP. These will be wounding you on 2s,
Yep.
which they do.
2 wounds.
-2, which is -1, so 4s.
4 ups.
Cool.
So 1 gets through, so that pops 1 Berserker.
I'm perfectly happy with that.
Now, so this means I won't get my +1 attack either.
Yep.
So I've got my Sergeant, he goes in with his 5 attacks.
5 attacks, and then
No, he has 6 and the other guy
6
has
on them,
5.
5 on the other one. Cool. So Warp Talons have the same number of attacks as Khorne Berserkers.
Correct.
That's cool. And jump packs.
Yeah, they're flying Berserkers with lightning claws, they're sick.
They're just better. That's so cool.
Okay, so
All right.
looking for 3s.
Yep.
Not too shabby.
Cool.
And then looking for 3s.
Ooh.
Spicy.
So these are all minus -2,
minus
yeah?
3.
-3, sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm saving them on 5s again. I've got 1 wound left, but I'm just going to roll 3 6s and 2 5s. No.
No. Alright, so the Berserkers clear out that objective.
Yep.
So now I've got a pretty good hold on those back 2 objectives.
Pass that one there. Cool.
And I got to grind them down again because
Very
I killed
nice.
a couple of units. You only killed
One.
one, so
Cool. So,
we're
we'll tally
looking
all
good.
that up, and we'll be back for Word Bearers turn 3.
yeah.
All right, we've got some desperate plays here, and also some pretty cool stuff. The Forge Fiend has continued just meandering down that side of the board. This time it's got eyes on the everything here, but potentially the Rhino if it's not dead, and if it is, some of this stuff here. Even a nice 7-inch charge on the Daemon Prince, because it's got some spicy attacks.
He does have spice.
This Daemon Prince has also moved up, and in the Psychic phase will start to attempt an action, but if it wants to, it can charge the other Daemon Prince as well. Knowing that it's coming from Master Possession means that if I nuke it early on, you just can't score those last 5 points, regardless.
Yep.
The Obliterators have moved into the building here to get lines of sight onto the Rhino over here. Yes, the opening fills up to the Land Raider, but I've got a plan for the Land Raider as well.
Ooh.
Chaos Lord has popped out here to clean up these Berserkers if he needs to, and both units of Chosen have also popped out. One of them definitely going for the Land Raider. The other one can shoot at the Land Raider and charge the Berserkers if they need to, or go for that Land Raider as well. The Rhino is just hanging out there. It's not really doing a whole lot. In fact, he's going to do that so that if the Chaos Lord charges in, he'll still be character protected.
Yep. Checks out.
May as well. These guys are up on top of the building, so they can see stuff and shoot at those Berserkers. And that's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot left to move around, because a lot of stuff's dead. So let's crack right on. We'll get into Psychic phase, and then off into shooting.
Yep. So we're going for a warp ritual.
It's going for a Warp Ritual, which is Warp Charge 3, apparently.
It's warp charge 3. So
Why
very
not?
easy to pass.
The Demon Prince is going to do that one there. Whoop.
Well, you rolled a 6, so even if you roll a 1.
I could Perils, though.
Correct.
I don't. No. So with a 10.
And now I do have a stratagem I could use to deny it on a
Yep.
4+, but I only have 2 CP left, and I want to use them for interrupts if there's multiple combats happening in this turn.
That makes
so
sense.
I'm going to save those CP for that.
Cool. Now, you might be going, he's out in the open. Why are you doing Warp Ritual? He wants to charge stuff. Well, the actions, you can still charge while performing an action. It just means the action fails.
Yeah.
It doesn't prevent you from declaring the charge. So, ideally, when this Rhino dies, if I want to charge a Demon Prince, I can just do it.
Yep.
And
And if you kill
voluntarily
that
fail the
Demon
action.
Prince, that means that my dedicated assassin who's hunting your warp, whatever he's called,
The Master
of
Possession?
Possessions, yeah, he dies. So that's pretty good.
It is. And also your Demon Prince is dead, which is just good.
Which hurts. Yep.
Yep. All right, so let's crack right on with the Master of Possession. He's going to, so he can Pact of Flesh nothing at all because nothing's got wounds.
Correct.
He can Mutated Invigoration, I guess the Demon Prince.
Yep.
So we'll go for that one. Not getting it.
That's a fail. That's
Right,
a 3.
It's not a Perils though.
Not a pair.
Would have passed Warp Ritual.
Would have.
And then also knows Delightful Agonies. So I think the Blitz aren't marked. He's the only Celestial unit around, so there's no point risking a Perils for Delightful Agonies.
No.
And he's not within 18 of the Rhino, so he can't smite it. So we'll crack right on into shooting. We're going to start over here because the only thing that guy can shoot at is a Plasma Pistol at the Berserkers.
Yep.
So I will overcharge because, of course,
Yep.
get him.
Oh, you rolled a 2, so that's a
does
hit.
And then a 3 to wound, or a 2 to wound, I think. It's a cock die there, my apologies. Still a cock die. There we go. On another 2.
So that's a wound because you overcharged to 8.
Yep.
Now AP 3.
AP 3, so 5 ups.
5 ups.
Hey,
So
dead Berserker.
that's going to pop one Berserker. I'm going to pull this guy at the front to hurt your charge range.
Oh, curses. Well, let's punish that even further. All these guys into the Berserkers.
Yep, bolters for days.
Yep.
I see
So
a
there's
plasma pistol in there.
and a plasma gun.
Yep.
So I'll start with the Plasma Pistol, overcharging of course, but rerolling because they're near the Chaos Lord. It's just a miss, not a fail, not a 1.
Yep.
And then 2 shots from the Plasma Gun. 1 hit.
Yep.
Now, because I'm in the middle
You'd
one,
be in slaughter now, turn 3.
it's turn 3, so I could stay in the other one, but I'll go into Slaughter anyway. But rapid fire weapons are still part of the thing.
Not in slaughter. Assault,
Oh, they're
it's
not.
assault, pistol, and melee.
So which one's a rapid fire in both?
Rapid fire is in the first 2.
Gotcha, there we go. Still learning like all the little bits and pieces, but yeah, all right, no worries.
So,
All good.
unfortunately, that's 1 hit.
Hitting on, wounding on 3, 2s.
Yep.
That's a wound.
Alright, we're looking for a 5-up save.
Yep,
He
Yep.
loves it.
cool. And then there's just 3 bolt guns. These are rapid firing as well. Hitting on 3s.
Oof.
Okay. They're only wounding on 4s though. which they all do. So 5 wounds, no AP, so.
5 wounds, 3 up saves. Watch this kill a bunch of berserkers.
Oh yeah.
Kills 1.
Cool.
So I'll take this lad just further hurt that charge range.
Very nice. From the Rhino as well, I'll put the Combi Bolter and the Combi Melter into you. I'll start with the Combi Melter, and I'll just use the Melter part. Hitting on 3s. Misses. And then the Combi Bolter, rapid firing. 3 hits, and then 4s to wound.
Yep.
Nothing.
No dice.
Alrighty. Plenty of dice, just no wounds with it, was the problem. So,
Chosen?
the Chosen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start over here with the Chosen in the building here. They're going to put the Combi Melter and the Plasma into your Land Raider.
Yep.
And then the 3 of them with bolt guns into the Berserkers.
Checks out.
Cool. So the 3 bolt guns into the Berserkers, hitting on 3s. Cool. And
Not
they're a
bad.
bit far away from the Lord, so no rerolls. And then wounding on 4s, because they're bolt
Forces,
guns. 1, 2.
So there's 2 wounds there, so I've got
Love
3 up saves against these.
Yep. Another Berserker. No.
So 1 gets wounded.
Tried. Then there is, so 3 of them with bolt guns. 1 of them's got a bolt pistol, so that'll go to them as well.
Yep.
Because the 2 accursed weapon still has a bolt pistol, because the extra weapon replaces the bolt gun.
Correct. 40 hits. This could
4s.
finish that Berserker.
No. Then the plasma the Combi Melter on the Sergeant, on the Champion, going into the Land Raider.
Yes.
So hitting on a 3. Nope.
That's a miss.
Over here we're going to do the same thing. Combi Melter from the Champion into the Land Raider, and everything else into the Berserkers.
Yep. Checks out.
So I'll start with this time I'll include the bolt pistol with the other 3 bolt guns because they're the same. This time I do have all the rerolls as well. The reroll ones, that is. Cool. And then I'll be wounding you on 4s.
Yep.
That's very nice.
4 wounds.
Cool.
And then we've got 4 3-up saves to make here. So 1 gets through, so that kills that other wounded Berserker.
Very happy with that. Then there's the Combi Melter into the Land Raider. It's going to go big. It's going to do a bunch of damage. It's going to hit.
Oh, it hits on a 6, and it's an assault weapon.
Oh, that's 2 hits. Haha. Very nice.
Spicy.
Oh yeah. This is how to deal with Land Raiders, everyone.
Yep.
This is just Leroy Jenkins, the chosen champion.
Don't speak too soon, mate. You might fail to wound me.
Nah, I've got this. He does have this.
That's 1 wound, because
Oh.
I am toughness 9.
You have no idea how much I want to CP reroll this.
I don't think you're going to CP reroll.
I'm not going to, but I want to. Like,
Then this would be AP 4.
yep.
Becomes
So-
AP 3, so I got 5 up saves
Very
against
nice.
this on my 2 up save Land Raider. It gets through, so that's going to be D6 damage.
But just D6 because I'm not within half range. Casual 1.
A single damage.
That might be a CP reroll actually.
I think that is.
I think that's a CP reroll right there.
Yep.
So down to 5 CP because I haven't been spending them really.
Yeah, you've been pretty conservative.
Oh,
He
big
turns
6.
a 1 into a 6.
1 CP for 5 wounds on a Land Raider. Yes,
That's
please.
just a big old chunk out of that Land Raider.
Yeah. Very happy
He's
with
got
that.
6 wounds left.
Cool.
Swap that out with this smaller one.
Alrighty.
He's only got 6 left.
So in that case, I'll move over to the Obliterators.
Ouch.
They're going to put everything into the Rhino.
Yep, using their big profile, I assume.
Very likely, was it Focused Malice, heavy D3 with strength 9, so wounding on 3s, AP -3 and damage 4. Ooh,
That
sounds
4
nice.
damage is pretty spicy.
It really is. So like 3 of those going through will just pop it.
Yep.
So D3 shots each. For 3 shots in
He
total.
only gets 3 shots. You need to hit with all, wound with all.
It can be done. Not like that, I can't.
Nope, 2 hits.
2 hits, and then wounding on 3s. 2 wounds though.
2 wounds.
Cool.
And AP, what did you say?
Minus
3?
4.
Minus 4.
No, sorry, -3.
Minus
Damage
3
4.
becomes
Damage
minus
4.
2, so 5 ups.
Yep.
Oh, that so wanted to be a 6.
It tried, it really tried.
No, so that's 8 damage on the Rhino.
So you got 1 wound left, 2 wounds left.
2 wounds left.
Ooh, very tasty. So-
That being said, he's now you haven't killed him, so you can't shoot the Forge Fiend into the Daemon Prince.
But I can shoot the heavy bolter from the Marines there into the Rhino.
Yeah, and he's
and
only
then-
got 2 wounds. Can do it.
Whoa. You know what? I'm going to put everything from the Marines that can see into the Rhino. There's going to be a couple of them that can't. One of them has a bolt gun, will go into the Berserkers.
Yep.
So the bolt gun into the Berserkers, they didn't move, so it's firing both twice.
Yep. No
Nothing.
hits.
Cool.
Keep that up, buddy.
Then the 2 bolt guns into the Rhino.
Yep. 1 hit.
1 hit. Not great. No wounds.
No wounds.
Then the heavy bolter into the Rhino. 1 hit.
Oh,
This could do it.
it could do it.
It tries to do it.
Ooh, spicy.
4 up save. Minus 1 there, so it's
Minus
3
1,
up.
so it's a 3 up. Alright, now I sort of have to re-roll that because I don't want that Rhino to die because that exposes my Daemon Prince.
It does, yep.
As much as I wanted to keep those CP, the reason I wanted to keep them was so that I was protected from multiple charges, but this protects me in a way as well, so...
Yep.
Saves it.
He does. Okay.
Thank the Dark Gods.
Right.
Actually, just one Dark God, Khorne.
Just Khorne, specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, the only thing left to shoot is the Forge Fiend.
So I guess that Rhino's about to get popped.
That Rhino is about to be very toasty indeed. So 2d3 shots. I won't
Overcharge. No need.
It's not overcharging. It's
Demon Forge.
Demon Forge. There's no need for it here. So 2d3 shots for
4 shots.
4 shots in total.
Pretty standard.
Cool. Hitting on 3s because demon engines are just so much better. Ooh,
That's
very nice.
3 hits.
Cool. And then it's strength 7, so 4s to wound.
Yep.
Ooh.
Not a single wound.
Should have Demon
So
Forge.
that Rhino lives to fight another day. Unless you want to charge the Rhino with your Demon Prince.
Could charge him with the Forge Fiend.
You could charge
I mean,
it with the
it's out in the open anyway.
If you do that, I will be able to heroically intervene into you with the Demon Prince, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's really interesting. Kind of annoyed. I was hoping that I'd have enough to just pop it.
Yeah.
But so be it.
Yep.
That's the way the dice go. So what I will do...
You got some chosen charges to do?
Chosen charges and the Chaos Lord. I'm just double checking that I haven't missed any shooting anywhere. Nope, that's it. So the Chaos Lord will charge your Berserkers.
Yep, go nuts.
Not with a double
Snake
one,
Eyes is not going to do it.
I do need them dead though.
I mean, the Chosen will kill 2 Berserkers.
But I want the Chosen as the Land Raider.
Yeah, correct. You got CP for days.
I do. But I want the Chosen as the Land Raider.
Yeah, you should have rolled them first.
Yeah. Well, no, because then he would have failed entirely.
True.
So I will re-roll my double ones of shame with different dice.
Yes, different dice.
Not
Oh, he
helpful.
rolls a 3. That's still not going to make it.
Okay.
Good thing I removed those models from the
It is,
front,
yeah.
eh?
All right. So in that case, I will put. Do I multi-charge with them? I don't think so.
Because this is your Black Mace as well, isn't it?
It is, yes.
You
I
really
want
wanted
that
the
in
Black
there.
Mace into the Land Raider. You almost should have had those squads swapped.
But I want the pretty one at the front. It's only going to be a 7 or something there.
Oh, I see. If you do that one and then that one slings around the back, yeah, you could do that.
I'm going to go for that because that's definitely a good
that's
idea.
funnier, yeah.
Yeah.
So you got a
The
6,
Black Mace.
we figured?
6 into the Land Raider. Whoop.
Ooh.
Yep,
Yep, that's
with
an 8-inch charge, so that'll make it.
Khorne wants it. That's the way to go.
Now, were those chosen Mark of Khorne as well, or were they...
They're Mark of Slaanesh.
Slaanesh, okay, cool.
So they'll fight first regardless.
Yep.
And it's sort of why I'm not as worried about them being out in the open.
Correct, because next
because
turn, if I do some
realistically-
multi-charges, you'll be able
Yeah.
to...
Because now that I've tied this up,
Yep,
your shooting threat I'm not too concerned about.
yep.
So they can jump out there and fail the charge.
It's not the end of
That'll
the
be
world.
fine.
Yep,
Same thing with the Chaos Lord. Like, he does fight first, so
yep.
he should be fine. So needing like a 7 or something there. If I roll that, they
5's
won't
not
make
going
it.
to do it.
Cool.
And you can't CP reroll anymore.
Nope, not at all. So does the Rhino charge them? I don't think they get anything out of it.
Not really, no.
Yeah. All right. In that case, I can try and like stop your grind. If the Forge Fiend goes in, it'll fight before your Demon Prince. Could pop the Rhino, but then next turn you have to dedicate something to killing it, which would be your Disco Lord. Does the Disco Lord gain benefits by killing it?
Well, no, but he does definitely kill it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So I'll leave it where it is, which goes straight on to the Chosen here. So, starting with all the ones that don't matter. Little accursed weapons. Chosen have 3 attacks a pop. And then the accursed weapon on one of them gives them an extra attack in addition. And then so do the accursed weapons more generally. So they've each got 4 attacks. One of them has 5. I'll do the champion with the Black Mace afterwards. Now these are Mark of Slaanesh with an icon. So they've got +1 to hit.
Yep.
So they're hitting on 2s. Very nice. I'll pop those 3 1s out.
But
Now
you get
it's
3
in
exploding
combat.
6s.
I get 4 exploding 6s.
Oh, there's a 6 in the corner, cheeky little bugger.
Absolutely. So, going in there, Now they're only strength 4 plus 1, strength 5, so 5's to wound, but the strength 5 does matter.
Yeah.
So 5's to wound. That's not bad. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. These are at minus
AP3, I believe.
Ooh, tasty.
So that becomes AP2
Nice.
because of Armor of Contempt.
Yep.
So 4 up saves against these. So 2 get through.
Okay. And it's just 2 damage, so it pops you
Yep.
down to 4. Now, the big boy himself.
The Black Mace. So now you need to roll your Demon Weapon
It's not a
leadership.
demon weapon, is it? It's the black mace is just a thing.
Actually, no, I think you're right. You are right.
It's
It
just
used
a relic.
It used to be a demon weapon.
Yeah, I think now it's like Ulrok the Black or something like
Yes,
that.
yep.
So the black mace, which I should... Do you happen to know it off by heart?
Strength plus 2, AP2.
Cool. So it'll still
3
be...
damage, I
it'll be
believe.
2s, 5s, but it's the AP2 and 3 damage.
Yep.
So 2s. All right.
So 1 miss, 1 explode.
Yep. 1 miss, 1 explode, so perfect. And then 5s. Come on! Ooh, 1.
Just a single. So I believe it's AP2.
Now, I might re-roll one of these, because I want it dead. 4 down to 3. Big dice. Nope.
No. So only 1 gets through, and
Cool.
against it I'll be getting a 3-up save.
Yep.
Which I fail.
Yep. Does drop you to 1.
It does drop me to 1, but it doesn't explode me, which is cool.
Cool. So they'll pile in and consolidate around there. Probably still not quite enough to be on the objective, but it is just moving them towards it.
Yep.
And it makes your berserkers getting out into my other chosen a little bit harder.
Yep.
Get in there. Cool.
That's your turn?
That'll be it. There's no other combats going on. You get to fight back here.
Fight back with the Land Raider. I think he's got like 6
I
attacks.
think he's
3
got 1
attacks.
wound left, so like 1 attack.
He'll be hitting on, yeah, it's 1 attack hitting on 6s, doesn't hit.
Cool. All right. So we right back for World Eaters turn 3.
Yep. Alrighty, here we have the World Eaters turn 3. So we've had some disembarkations happen here. So we've got the 2 units of Berserkers have jumped out of that Land Raider. One of them's hunting down this Rhino to get me that engage on all fronts in this quarter.
Yep.
And then the other one's going to try and dig the Land Raider out by killing those chosen. We've had the Daemon Prince over here. He's moved forward and he's going to slaughter this Daemon Prince.
Yep.
And the Rhino, the damaged Rhino, has advanced and moved up around there to continue to protect him from those Obliterators. We've got the Lord Discordant over there. He's charging into that Mauler Fiend. He's an amazing killing vehicle, so he's going to do the Lord's work there. There's still the Berserkers sitting back here, twiddling their thumbs, holding that objective.
Hiding down in that building.
And then the big one, the big lad himself, Abaddon the Despoiler, and the unit of Red Butchers has dropped in over here, and they're basically going to tail up that backfield, provided we make some spicy charges.
Yep.
So let's do it. So first things first, we're going to do some shooting. So he's going to shoot all of his heavy weapons into those chosen, because why not?
Yep.
So he's got 4 shots from his Soul Shatter las cannons.
These are all at -1 to hit because you're in combat.
Correct. So
Cool.
that will be only 1 hit because he'll be bracketed.
Yep. Cool.
But it is a
Definitely a wound. Big dice. That's a big dice.
That's a big dice.
He loves it.
And then his bolter, heavy bolter. Sorry, 2 hits.
Cool. Do you want to roll the wound at all?
Yeah, sorry, daydreaming. That's 2 wounds.
More big dice? Yeah. AP1, yeah?
I believe so, yeah.
Good. Loves it.
So there was nothing there, and then the only other shooting is the autocannon from the
Into the Forge
Helstalker
Fiend.
guy. Yep. So that's 2 hits.
Yep.
That'll be 2 wounds.
A strength 7 against...
I think
want to say
T6.
that... I want to say there might
They
be
might
T8.
be T7. They're not 8.
They're T7.
T7. So 1 wound.
They should be T8 more than the Predator should be, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, so 1 wound. AP...
1.
AP1, so 3-up save. Loves it.
Loves it. Cool. So no meaningful shooting.
Yep.
I'm not going to waste time with pistols because I'm a World Eater and we don't play that. We do have over here the Flamers. So there's
Very nice.
4 Flamers and 2 heavy Flamers in the unit. They're all going to hit this unit of Marines.
Yep.
So the 4 Flamers, the number of shots. Ooh. So
Tasty.
6, 12, 16, 17, 18 plus 4 is 22.
Because Chaos Space Marines in general like flamers. It's good.
Yep, let the galaxy burn.
Absolutely.
Now we are winning you on 4s.
Yep. Very tasty. Okay, look, there's a lot of 1s and 2s and 3s in there, which is interesting. I'm just going to roll these ones because there's a lot of dice there. AP.
AP dash, so 3.
So 2s because I'm in cover.
Oh, yes, fair.
Thoroughly entrenched in that building.
So
I take one wound.
gets through.
And then you've got the heavy flamers.
Yes, so 2d6 shots there.
Yep.
Oof.
Oh, very nice.
So it's 11 plus 4, so
Yep.
15.
So +2 per flamer.
6.
Because all flamers now just get +2 to the number of hits
12.
they score. For CSM. it's
13,
amazing.
14, 15.
Yep,
How much
15.
for you? That's 15.
So 11 plus 4.
Yep.
Cool.
And then these will be winning on 3s because
Very
they're
nice.
heavy flamers.
These are -1 or -2?
-1.
Okay, so still 2 up saves. Armor of Contempt.
Yes, and we've got 7 wounds there.
Fair enough. Are these are all 1 damage as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so it kills one dude and wounds the next guy.
Yep.
So it'll just be the nearest guy, I guess.
Yep.
To them.
Yeet this guy.
Yep.
He
Not
did.
bolt gun mook number 37.
And then Abaddon, I guess he's going to shoot his Talon of Horus.
Yep.
He's going to shoot that into the Obliterators, I guess. Actually, no,
Yep.
because I don't want to hurt my charge range, so I'll shoot it into the
I was about to say, an Obliterator's base is like 2.5 inches itself. You probably don't want me to remove that.
He's got 1 hit. One miss, sorry. That's 3 wounds.
Yep.
And I believe this is
and this gets
AP2
the
as well.
+2 as well, does it? Or not?
No.
It's Stormbolter.
No, it's like a super Stormbolter. 2 damage, though.
AP2.
AP2.
Alright, so I got 1 wounded guy, 7 on 3s. The wounded guy dies.
I assume he would have been the next guy in line.
Absolutely. Cool.
Okay, cool. That's all we have for shooting. Now we're going to make some charges. So the big first charge I'm going to do, super important charge, this one, is the Red Butchers. So they're within Abaddon's range for a +1.
Red Butchers or Abaddon?
No, I'm going to do... Oh, actually, I don't want you overwatching me, so I will do Abaddon first.
And I will Overwatch.
Yep.
Look, my best hope of killing Abaddon is if I do 3 wounds, he charges, and then
You fight, you
he,
do more wounds
he whiffs,
somehow.
and I fight. Yeah. So, right. This will be the big heavy D3 one, I think, or he's toughness 6, right?
Yes.
So I'll split the difference, go for heavy D3 +3 on both of them.
Yep.
All right. So an additional 1, an additional 2, and then there's the +3 for both of those. 1, 2, and 3.
So
these are all going to be hitting on
middle
6s.
bracket there. Yep, cool.
Yep. So hitting on 6s. This is the Ruinous Salvo.
It's 2 hits there. Oh, 3 hits.
Thank you. And these
You're
are
strength 7, so you'll be winning me on 3s.
big dice. Those are big dice. And these
Alright.
are all at -2.
Which becomes -1 for Armor of Contempt.
Yep.
So 3 up saves on those.
Cool.
So 2 get through.
He
so you
takes
actually,
4 wounds now.
which
caps at
brackets
3,
down to 3,
'cause
yep.
He's a Catan.
Yep, essentially.
Basically, yeah. But look, good
That's
news.
not bad. 3 wounds to Abaddon.
Good news, everybody.
Now, does he make the charge though? Looking for an 8. That's
Ooh,
a fail.
that's a 6.
But that's okay. His main job was to soak up that Overwatch,
Yep.
so that now that the Red Butchers can go in.
You know what? I'm happy with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll do the Red Butchers.
Ooh.
Fail. I am going to spend. I generated a CP at the start of turn. I'm going
course,
to
yep.
spend it now. I'm going to roll some different dice.
Yep.
And we're going to make that charge this
Big
time.
8. Double 1s. Double 2s. Close enough.
No, so those
think
Red Butchers are sitting out in the open.
Look, I feel like that's evened out. I had my Chaos Lord
Yep.
double 1s into a 1 and a 2. I'm happy
That
with
being
that.
said, I've failed essentially 3 charge rolls now.
Yeah.
So all the rest of my
Let's keep it
charges
up.
have
Let's
to
do it.
happen. So I guess now we're going to do the whatchamacallem Berserkers into the Rhino. 4.
They will make it,
They
but
will,
they
but
don't want to.
That's close.
They really
yeah.
don't want to. They're like, oh, that Rhino's pretty scary.
We've got these guys into the Chosen. They don't
sure
need
you can
to
make
roll
this?
It. Yeah, so
You
I'll
sure?
roll it anyway.
There's the 8,
There's
yeah.
the 8 I was looking for before.
Cool.
We've got the Daemon Prince into your Daemon
Yep.
Prince.
There's another 8. Here it is.
And then the
with the
Disco
unfailable
Lord into
charges.
the thing.
A 6. All right.
So I should have rolled them in the reverse order.
Yeah, that would have been fantastic.
would've been
Everything would have
fine.
been got in. Now,
Okay, cool. So
I'll move
everything's
those guys
more
in
or
if
less-
you want.
Yep.
Do you want to explain to everyone, because we had a bit of a chat, there's some clever stuff going on down here.
So basically what I'm doing is I'm attacking from this vector so that because he's in base contact with the Land Raider here, those Chosen actually won't be able to pile in. So when he fights, if he chooses to fight first there with his Mark of Slanesh, he actually won't be able to get the Black Mace, which is this lad on the end. He won't be able to use that Black Mace on the Berserkers,
Yep.
which means he's
I'll
not
only-
likely to kill very many of them.
I'll only maybe get 2 of them attacking.
Yeah. Whereas, so that's my way of mitigating that charge,
Yeah.
that damage.
Which is very
means
nice.
I can leave that until later and let him fight. If he wants to interrupt there, he can. It's not that big of a deal.
Good stuff.
Cool. So let's.
Where would you like to start your fights?
I'll start my fights with my Daemon Prince because I do not want you killing me. Could you pull up the Daemon Prince's data sheet
Absolutely.
for me, please?
And then I'll make sure, I need to pull up my character's data sheet as well. I wonder
Demon
which one
Prince,
it is. Really? Demon Prince. Nice. It's all one page. It's so handy. Everyone play Demon Princes. It'd be great.
So how many attacks are we looking at?
Well, I get 1,700 and you get 3.
Okay, cool. So
So 6 attacks.
Yeah. So +1 for being a World Eater.
Naturally.
charge. And then...
Have you got the... I assume you're taking the big axe.
no, he actually has a sword in this list.
The Hellforged sword, there we go. So
So-
+1 strength, making you strength 8.
Yep.
And your AP -3 and damage 3.
Okay, cool. So hitting you on 2s with reroll. So to give the rerolls to himself? I'm not sure if he does any.
No, Legion Core. So not himself.
Well,
not that he needs it.
conveniently he got an exploding 6.
Tasty,
And
tasty,
everything
tasty.
else hits.
Good stuff.
Then we're winning you on 3s.
Yep.
That's cocked.
Yep.
All right, so we got a total of
2, 3, 4,
6.
6. Alrighty. So I've got a 5-up invuln against melee attacks because my 4-up invuln failed.
Correct. Yes.
I didn't.
No, you didn't do
anyway.
it. You didn't end up. You went with Bolt Ritual instead.
Yep, that's true. So 5-up invulnerable save because you're -3.
Yep.
So 5-up either way.
Yep.
Cool. And these are damage 3, so I've got 8 wounds. I can't fail 3 of these.
Yep.
I fail exactly 3 of them. Yeah, 4. So he's dead. Cool.
So that is a dead Daemon Prince.
It is.
All right. Now, did you want to interrupt anywhere?
So this is an interesting one.
I'll move
sorry.
these. So these berserkers made it in as well.
Yeah. Yes, they did. So
Staying
I could,
outside of heroic range.
of course, yeah. Now I could
Oh,
choose to fight next with these guys, 'cause they're Marcus Slanesh,
goes that way. Yeah.
or I could spend 3 CP to fight with the Forge Fiend.
2 CP.
Sorry, 2 CP. I've got 3. I'm not going to spend them anywhere else. So I'm going to spend the 2 and fight with the Forge Fiend, I think.
Interesting. Yep. Yeah. Well, if you
On
can
the
kill
off
that, if you can
chance
kill
that he
him,
kills
that's
it.
pretty annoying.
Yeah. So 5 attacks, because they're actually, well, they're alright. There's big jaws.
Yep.
And he has the Demon Jaws, which are the nice
Melee
Forge
option,
Fiend jaws, melee option. So they're going to be hitting on 3s. Alright, 2 misses off the bat.
2 misses and no explodes. That's not ideal.
Now it's Strength User, which is Strength 6, so 3s.
Yep.
T5 or T6?
T6.
Okay, 4s.
I believe it's T6.
2 wounds. 2's definitely not a wound anyway.
Yep.
And then it is
AP2.
AP1 and damage 2.
So 3-up saves.
Cool.
Oh, 1 gets through.
Alright, takes 2 wounds. It's fine.
Yep.
You're down
cool.
to 6 wounds remaining, I imagine?
Yes.
Cool.
Now I'm going to fight with these berserkers here.
Yep.
Just piling in so that all of my guys get to fight.
Yep.
So we've got,
Which will mean that I'll get 2 of them in, but only 2.
and that's provided they survive.
Of course, yeah.
So I'm going to spend another CP here, my last CP, to
Yep.
get the +1 AP on them because I
Very
really
nice.
want that Black Mace to die before he strikes me.
Yep.
So we've got 5 berserkers. They get 6 attacks each, so 50 +1 on the sergeant.
So 50 plus 1. So it's those
No,
and
hang
these.
on. So 5 guys with 6 attacks, so 30.
Sorry, 30 plus 1.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Who taught me how to do maths? So that's 10. That's 20.
Yep.
That's
With those 2
30,
be 30.
and 1.
Cool. Alrighty.
All right, so these are hitting on 3s with exploding 6s.
I was prepared for the Red Butchers, but they didn't make it in.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is the drawback to Red Butchers, is you sink so many points into a unit, if they fail that charge, you're in trouble. But we did get 3 explodes there, so that was actually suboptimal, but
Yep.
I think it's going to be enough.
They're 3 wounds each, you never know.
Yeah.
Chosen are just Terminated as the worst save, but
And then
they're
these
just
will
cool.
be winning you on 3s.
Yep.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's not good at all. Okay.
There we go. However, these are AP4. So AP3, sorry.
Okay. So this can't kill all of them.
No, it is AP4. It is. So the AP2 natively, +1 for the icon,
Plus
and then
1 for
the
that.
CP.
Yep.
So AP4.
So AP4, so my 3-up save.
should do it.
I take 3, so 6s. This can't kill the entire unit, but are they 2 damage each or are they 1?
No, 1 damage
Yeah,
each.
It can't kill the entire unit, but maybe 1 dice hangs out. There.
Yep. Ooh, so
Okay,
save
2
3 of
guys.
them. So that's 1, 2, 3 die.
Yep. 3 die exactly on that as well.
Yep.
I think
So now your question is, do you want to keep guys in contact with the berserkers
Not
to
at all.
fight with, or do you
Nope.
want to take your
I'm going to pop that
Black
Land Raider,
Mace is going to punk that Land
and
Raider?
then I'm going to take that objective.
Checks out.
That's exactly what's going to happen here.
Yep.
So they have to fight next.
Yep.
So the Black Mace. Now they were charged this turn by your berserkers,
Correct.
so they will be
do get their
rerolling hits, which I
yep.
keep forgetting. So I'll start with the Black Mace. Has 4 attacks. It's going to be hitting on 3s.
Yes.
2s. So I was charged. No, 2s because it's Slanesh.
You have an
and
icon,
I was charged.
icon in the unit?
Yes,
Yep.
on the champion, of course.
Of course, yep.
So they're hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
He wrote "I love Slanesh" on the side of his black mace. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
icon.
Rerolling those 2 1s, but also getting an extra hit for the 6.
Yep.
If this was into Berserkers, oh boy.
Now these will be winning on 5s.
Yep, with nothing.
Wow, 1s and 2s.
Alright, then the twin accursed weapons and the other guys, also 4 attacks. 5 attacks, sorry. 3 plus 1 plus 1.
Yep.
Same thing basically. Okay, then rerolling double 1s.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that's a spicy hit roll. 3 explodes.
That is. So it's, I think, 9 hits off. Sorry. 8 hits off 5 attacks. I've got to get some 5s and 6s here.
Sure.
That's much better.
That's 3.
Now these are only AP minus.
AP 3 on a cursed weapon.
Oh, of course, AP 3, damage 1.
Damage 1. You only need to do 1.
I only need 1. That's all I need.
However, that AP 3 becomes AP 2, so I get 4 up saves.
Yep.
And it was 3.
3 of them. Come on.
I'm out of CP, so.
Straight dice.
Oh,
only
gets
1.
through.
Does he
The
explode?
black mace
No.
guy failed to do it, and then the other guy's like, "Hold my beer," and he goes in
Yeah.
with his lightning claws and shreds it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
He remembers from previous editions when lightning claws did work.
Yeah.
And they weren't just the same as everyone else.
Do I explode? Now, interestingly, I don't want to explode.
I want you to.
No.
It'd be amazing.
There's the explode. All right, so
A Land
D3.
Raider.
Surely it's D3 within
it'll be
6
D3,
inches.
I'm sure. Chaos Land Raider, D6 within 6 inches.
Ooh, so I actually could kill both of your
could.
remaining guys.
All right.
So let's do that one
The
first,
Chosen.
shall we?
Show us that 6 again.
Which dice would I roll the 6 with? It's a 2.
So one of them, I'll take your 1 wound and put it on my guy
checks
instead.
out.
There we go.
And then on my berserkers.
Here's the 6. Yeah, oh, there it is.
Oh no!
It's going to be 3 berserkers.
Oof, that sucks.
So weirdly enough, by killing them and killing your Land Raider, I think I did more damage to your berserkers than my Chosen would have.
Possibly, yeah.
And then I'll pass that one to you. It's a gorgeous Land Raider too.
Poor
Love the
Land
edge
Raider.
highlighting.
Poor Land Raider. Yeah, that took me like 6 years. There's so many edges on that thing.
And then I've got to end closer to you here, but I can sort of do this shimmy across.
Yep. So that
Which
you get
does
that
bring me to
objective.
3 of that objective. Now, I don't think the Chosen are good at holding it, but they're on it, which is better than not being on it.
Yep.
Always.
Checks out. And I don't have much left in this side of the table anyway, so now we go over there with the Lord Discordant.
Yep.
So he has 6 attacks, plus 1 for being a World Eater.
Yep.
He's going to be hitting you on 2s.
That's going to go well. The cocked out there. Cool.
So no explodes, but he does hit with a lot.
Yep. And no rerolls because he's a character as well.
Correct, and he's all on his own anyway.
Yep.
Now these are strength like 9.
Yeah, strength 9.
Because
Strength
he's got,
T7.
he's got
He's got Mega Uber Death,
Yeah.
I think is what it's called. It's the Impaler Chainglaive, Strength plus 2, Strength 4, 5, 6.
plus 1 for being Mark of
Strength 7,
Khorne.
yep.
So strength 7.
Very nice.
And yeah, the other one is this Warlord trait you can give him, but I
Gotcha.
didn't. So 4s then.
4s indeed.
All right, so we've got 4.
Yep.
And then these ones are going to be D3 plus 3 damage.
Ooh. So 3 of these definitely kills it, 2 of them may kill it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll big dice, big 5s, because you are AP minus 3.
Yep.
So 5s either way.
Yep.
But when you roll this many 6s,
Nope.
you tried. So 2 go through. I take 6 damage.
6
And
plus
2
2d3.
2d3. So I'll check. So go ahead. I need to check them. They have
So
12
another
wounds.
5. He's got 11. That being said, he
one-
does
one
have
wound.
his.
His tail? Or
He's
mecha-
got plenty more attacks.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got plenty more attacks.
Okay, I thought that was it.
So pull up his thing. I've got also his command phase ability. I think I forgot to do, which is.
Oh yeah, he will have done it on himself.
No, we do it on you. I think I roll a number of dice equal to your wounds characteristic.
For each 6 they're a mortal wound, yeah.
So there's 6. Because you said you got 12 wounds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as I roll a single 6 in here, he's dead. Which I do not.
Okay, 12 dice, no 6.
12 dice, no 6s.
Good stuff.
And then now he's got his bladed limbs. I think he
Bladed
gets
limbs?
4 attacks with those.
Indeed, 4 attacks. That's strength
on
6
twos.
minus 2 damage. Okay,
And-
strength 6, so 5s to wound.
1 wound there.
Okay, it's minus 2, so I get my 4 up save. He cops it. Oh,
That's going to kill him.
I've already spent a CP somewhere, haven't I?
I think so, yeah.
I'm sure I have. So it does kill him. He will explode, I think. On a 6! No, he tried. Alright, I'll pull that one.
Yep, and then all we have left is these berserkers into the rhino.
What? You're gonna hit my rhino?
I'm not really looking to do damage here. This was just to get me into that quarter.
Yep.
So we've got 1, 2,
I mean, they'll kill the Rhino, obviously. Like, so this is fine.
4, 5 guys, and 1 being the sergeant.
Cool.
3s with exploding 6s.
So it'll be 3s, then 5s.
Oh, look at all those 1s. Oh my god.
And those 6s.
Shows how pessimistic I am. I always look at the 1s first.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, that actually wasn't too bad. And then these are wounding on...
5s, because you're strength 5 or 6. I'm T7 on a Rhino.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Will it make you strength 7?
It could make me strength 7.
Ooh.
Because they're strength... I believe they're...
They're strength 4 base.
No, they're not. They're strength 5 base.
Oh, okay, +1, strength 6. Do they have an extra +1 anywhere?
I think I need to spend a stratagem to get that. So.
Okay. And you're out of CP, so that'll be...
Yep. I might
Cool.
just... Yeah. Yep. Cool. If I'm wrong, that's what I get for not knowing my rules.
Do you want... Look, I've forgotten the rerolls. Yep. That was a 5, by the way.
Oh, my bad.
I've forgotten the rerolls for the word bearers so many times. I think it probably evens out here. AP 3.
AP 3.
But no, not AP 4. So 3. So 5s. I've only got 4 wounds left, or 6, whatever he had left.
I think it's 4.
Yep, he's definitely dead. Explodes on a 6. Oh, okay.
No.
Cool.
All right. Cool.
Not the cute little Demos Rhino.
Bye, friend.
He's so old.
So much stuff dying.
That's what this side, isn't it? All right.
Yeah. So now basically, that's all the fights. That's all she wrote.
Yeah. So we'll tally up points and things. There is a few bits of leadership around, I think.
Yeah, there will be.
6. So
I think
we're both fine.
They're fine. CSM are pretty much fine these days. So
it's good. They're pretty happy with leadership.
Yep.
So we'll be. It's actually really hard to call that. So I think we'll be back for
turn 4.
Word Bearers turn 4. Right, so that was pretty rough. You actually, the Terminators coming down and not making charges is pretty big.
It is pretty big, but it is still a pretty big chunky unit. There is still Abaddon. That's very difficult things for you to deal with in your backfield.
It really is. I don't have anything that I can comfortably use to deal with it. Not that I really did to start with, but I had enough that I could have like chipped away at it enough.
Yeah.
So we have had a bit of a chat. The only possible way this goes my way is if these units here, the Obliterators and the Master Possession and the Legionaries, move on out here, kill the Rhino in Psychic with Smite and stuff, then put everything in Daemon Prince to kill that, clearing that threat out, while also my Chaos Lord and Legionaries deal with these, while these Chosen and these Chosen deal with these 2 units, at the same time as moving far enough away from the Terminators they can't be charged, and then maintain doing that and scoring points for 2 turns. Which is
quite a lot of things that you need to do. And even in a scenario where that happens, I'll still have the Disco Lord who's going to go in and get the Master of Possessions, and I've still got Abaddon and the Terminators who are going to push up and basically take all of his objectives off of him.
Yeah, the whole thing would
still becomes a pretty hairy game.
It would be essentially be a race between my units and yours to jump down and jump on more objectives.
Yeah.
Which, it's pretty hairy. And I think you've got such a big unit there, you've done so much damage. I think I'm happy to call this a World Eaters victory.
Close
game.
Well
played, sir.
But a World Eaters victory.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been great.
So, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the outro and wrap things up. Right, what a game.
That was good.
It was chaos on chaos. The chaos of action or something. Yeah, it was good.
Let's go with that.
So the total score at the end of that, at the end of turn battle round 3 where we called it, I scored 33 points.
And it was a big 45 for me, correct? Yes.
Yeah. And as we discussed, that would have just kept snowballing from there.
Yep. Some very strong early turns for the World Eaters, which was exactly what we wanted to see.
Yeah, it was good. The World Eaters, the extra strength everywhere, the extra attacks and stuff, it just makes them so efficient.
Yeah, those little units of 5 Berserkers are just so efficient. They just go in and they do reliable, decent damage.
Yep.
They're really good for their points, only 115 points, and they did really well.
I mean, the only thing they couldn't kill was the unit of Chosen, which is 200 and something points as it is.
Yeah.
So that's fair. And even then, they did a real number on them.
Yeah, they did.
So, so that was really cool.
Yeah. Takeaways for me, I really enjoyed the Land Raider, personally.
It did a lot more work.
It was a lot more durable than you would expect. That Toughness 9 is really good when your melter guns are going in and they're winning on 5s. It's like, yikes. And it also allowed me to kill things like the Predator that I wouldn't have otherwise been able to engage if I was pure combat.
Would have spent 4 turns sitting there getting covered by las cannons.
So it's a really good thing that you can have sitting in your backfield. It launches berserkers out when it needs to, and it puts damage downrange. I really like the land rail.
Yeah, yeah. Chosen, look, Chosen are great. I love them. I liked them in the last game. I like them in this game. I'm going to still like them next game.
Yep. Yeah, they're
did
tough.
work.
They do damage.
Yeah. The Mark of Slaanesh is something that I'm like really wanting to lean into with them in general, especially against Khorne where you want to be charging. I can rely on it doing work for me.
Yeah.
But in general, I think having the fight first is such a good upgrade. 15 points every time.
Yeah, well, I've spent pretty much the last 2 years playing Emperor's Children with army-wide fights first, and it's such a powerful thing. And now that it's available to every legion through Mark of Slaanesh, except for World Eaters, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, everybody else gets it. It's very powerful.
So good. So I think that's definitely where I'll go back for. So Peter didn't get to see the Chaos Lord in action with all his buffs and upgrades from Exalted Possession. But look, another time we've got some more Spicy World Word Bearers lists brewing up in there.
Yep.
So that should be pretty cool. So thank you guys for watching. Big thanks to Dice Arcade for sponsoring the channel. If you want any of the great Chaos goodness, new book, new stuff, make sure to hit up Tim. Link down below. Big thanks to Miniature Scenery for all the awesome MDF terrain and model kits they do, as well as to the Tray Tinker for their custom bespoke dice trays, which we got most of the dice in tonight. So that was pretty cool. So massive thanks to them. And as always, huge thanks to Think Bad Creative, doing some great production work from behind the camera.
Much luck, guys. Well done.
Let me get out here. Oh yeah, there it is.
To the road.
Highlights of the day. So thank you so much for coming on, Dean. It's been a pleasure and a privilege to play against you, as it was to watch you play at all our events that we went to together.
No, thanks for having me, and I look forward to having you on my channel for the next video.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And thank you guys for watching. Thanks to all of our wonderful patrons. You guys are fantastic, and let us keep doing this and improving the setup. As you've seen, all the new cameras and all the fancy, good-looking stuff we've got in here now. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming on. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.
See you guys.